YouTube, what is crack-lackin'? Scott from SemiPro here. Today we're talking about the Philadelphia Phillies. Totally not my favorite team or anything. Anyways, with all bias aside, I think this team can actually be pretty good in 2020. In this video, we're going to break down why, we're going to break down the lineup, we're going to break down the pitching, we're going to break down the coaching. Before the video starts, make sure you click that thumbs up button. It really does help us out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing after you watch because we post awesome sports content every single day. This is a really hard team to read. On one hand, they have a bunch of guys in their lineup who have been great before, been all-stars, put up great numbers, been star players in this league. But on the other hand, most of these guys didn't have great 2019s, and they're going to have to look to return to form. So we don't exactly know what we're going to get. And also, they're in one of the best divisions in baseball. So the Phillies' path this season will not be easy, but I think they are absolutely a team that should expect to make the playoffs. The key to this team is the starting lineup. On paper, it's the best unit. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot of money allocated into it. And a lot of these guys who didn't step up last year need to step up. Leading off is Andrew McCutchen, who will also be an outfielder. Agent Kutch has had his days of being an MVP caliber player and a superstar. Those days are over now. Now he is a guy who will get on base, provide leadership, and be a dependable all-around player. For any NBA or NFL fans trying to get into baseball, think Chris Paul or Phillip Rivers. He's coming off of an injury though, and really all we can do is hope he returns to form. At 33, an ACL tear is a hard thing to overcome, but he certainly is looking to do so. Hitting second is JT, who takes care of things behind the dish. He's one of the best catchers in the game. He's always going to be on base. He has great speed, great athleticism, and elite tier defense. The Phillies flat out just need to pay the guy and get the deal done. Hitting third is Bryce Harper, also an outfielder. I have been vocal in saying that I am not a huge fan of Bryce. While I like him, it's really just the contract and the expectations that come with it. Unless he is seriously a top 3 player in the game, I don't like it at all, but hell, while he's here, he's an awesome guy to have on your team. Grade A bat, grade A fielder, and possesses good energy and leadership. I'm hoping for a resurgence of his MVP form in 2020. Hitting cleanup is the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. He was quite frankly a disappointment last season. He had a great 2018 and really dipped off. He was one of the worst offensive players in baseball by the end of the season. Here's hoping that it was just a slump because the guy has instant firepower and he's young and he's going to have a new hitting coach. So if he can get hot and be that guy he was in 2018, hopefully even improved from that, he is a huge X factor for this team. In the 5 spot is Didi, the new shortstop acquired from the Yankees. Didi was a beast, then he wasn't. He was coming off of Tommy John surgery during 2019, and he really didn't look like himself. It would be a huge boost for this lineup if he could go back to being a high average guy, but if he can't be an elite offensive player, it really is alright because at the very least, he provides an awesome defensive presence at the position and a guy who's going to get on base. Hitting 6th is Segura. He's another Philly who didn't have an amazing 2019, but we know he can be much better than that. If he can get somewhere around what he has been in the past in his 2 All-Star seasons, it will be a huge boost for this lineup. I guess he lost a bunch of weight and has been working really hard, so hopefully he can return to form. The position change shouldn't be an issue at all. I'm not really worried about it. He looked really sharp during spring training, and I'm sure he will during the regular season too. Then we have Scott Kingery, the now second baseman. There are no more excuses for this guy. New manager, can play his true position, 3rd season in the league. He's got this. He is really talented and was a top 50 prospect, but even though he's been decent in the bigs, he hasn't lived up to expectations yet. If he can put it together, he will move up this order quickly, and I don't rule him out as one of the biggest sleeper players in 2020. Hitting 8th is Jay Bruce, the DH. Keep in mind, both leagues will have the DH. It's universal for this shortened season. It's going to allow Bruce to see some extra hacks. He was a good player for this team last season and a very clutch bat. I'm sure he'll be fine in this role. Hopefully they can upgrade it at some point, but Jay Bruce is absolutely a nice bat to have join your lineup. And hitting ninth is either going to be Adam or Roman, that last outfielder. I don't know who it's going to be. Apparently Girardi favors Roman Quinn, but I don't know. I think Adam Halsey had a good season last year. I don't think he's horrible. I think he can be a starter on this team. Plus Roman Quinn is just really injury prone. This will be an interesting battle to watch, and hopefully one of them can step up and be a nice high average guy in the bottom of this lineup. A lot of people look at this team and they kind of poo-poo on him because the starting pitching doesn't look that great. I personally think this is kind of an underrated unit. There are a few X factors here which we will get into, but everything starts with Aaron Nola, who's supposed to be the ace. Nola had a great 2018 and really made the team and the fans think he might be the ace of the future. It didn't quite work out that way in 2019, but like a lot of players on this team, he's looking to bounce back and has a lot of potential to be really, really good. He will be the ace this year and will look to prove that he should be in that spot. Next up in this rotation is Zack Wheeler, coming from the Mets. Not a huge fan of this deal. He got paid like an ace when he is obviously not, but if that's what the market was, that's what the market was, honestly. And Wheeler is still a very dependable arm, and he's 30. He has quality years left, so I'm taking an optimistic view on this one. Then we have Jake Arrieta. Just stay healthy, man. He's still very good when healthy. He isn't elite anymore, but a very solid third guy in the rotation. Then there is the X factor of this group, Eflin. He's okay, I guess. He had a rough stretch in 2019, but he was also really good in other parts of the season, especially his last 7 starts of 2019, where he had a 2.9 ERA. So he's proven that he can be a really quality starter. Will he be sub 3 all of this season? Likely not, but I think he can be a good arm, and if he is, it could really bolster this group. 4-inning Vinny is the last guy in this group. No comment on him. I'm not going to break down the whole bullpen. It's an okay group. There are definitely some things they have to address, and you wish they could have picked up a couple extra arms in the offseason, but you know, what they're working with is all right, and I don't think it'll necessarily hurt the team if the offense is producing the way it can. But overall, I'm pretty excited about this team in 2020. I think the coaching change is going to be a huge difference maker. I hated Kapler. I hated Young. I really like the group of guys Girardi is bringing in here and the kind of culture change he is bringing with that. We need Bryce Harper to step up this season. We need JT to play the way he did last season. We need Nola to become that ace again. And if these things can happen, this Phillies team has a legit shot to make the playoffs. The NL East is tough, but there are so many X factors on this Phillies team, and if enough go their way, they're a hard team to beat. Let me know what you guys think about the Phillies in the comments section below. I'm taking an optimistic point of view, but I am a Phillies fan. I might be biased. I do try my absolute best, though, on this channel to not be biased with my Philly teams. I love them a lot, but I've got to take an objective viewpoint. Overall, I think this team will be pretty good. They're a borderline playoff team, but I'm hopeful. Thank you for watching this video. Again, if you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us, and you're going to get to see awesome sports content every single day. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed rest of your day.